Want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh by Shemi Hawashai by Shema Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, a great millstone, the room, and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect, 144 first fruit. All right, and this lesson is just simply going to be, it's going to be a quick one. And it's simply going to be on, you just got to remember that you're touchable. The Lord's going to set reminders in your life that you are touchable. He's going to set reminders in your life that, pretty much tell you not to take this truth for granted. Reminders in your life that things can be taken away from you, not to be too comfortable, things of that nature. So I just have a swift, lesson here. I just wanted to read a part of 2 Samuel 12, because we do know King David was, he's a king. And almost in a sense, when you're in the position of a king, it is almost untouchable in a sense. Y'all know what I'm getting at. You're the king. You know what I'm saying? So that's where they get the term long live the king, from. There is a sense of untouchability, if that's even a word, when you are in that type of position. So the Lord had to set a reminder to David, is like, remember who's who. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes he has to set that reminder for us. And it may be a harsh reminder, but also, too, it's a reminder to stay on point. It's a reminder to continue to be confident in yourself. It's a reminder to continue to have faith and show faith. It's a reminder to continue to, be a man, really. And yes, it is okay to be like, you know what? At some points and sometimes, just like the scriptures say, you boast, but boast that you believe the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That you and the Lord got you. Boast in that. But it's okay to be like, yeah, man, I got the Lord on my side, so I'm that guy. Sometimes you gotta tell yourself that. Not in a proud manner, but again, you boast in the Lord. So this is I'm gonna read a little bit here, and then I'll make my points here and there. But I'm gonna read more so thoroughly through it. So I'm gonna start at the top. So 2 Samuel chapter 12 and 1, it says, and the Lord sent Nathan. Salakia. It says, and the Lord sent Nathan unto David, and he came unto him and said unto him, there are two men in one city, one rich and the other poor. And the rich man had exceeding many flocks and herds, but the poor man had nothing, save one little ill lamb, which he had brought up and nourished, and it grew up together with him and with his children. It did eat of its own meat and drank of its own cup, and lay in his bosom, and was unto him as a daughter. And there came a traveler unto the rich man, and he spared to take of his own flock, of his own herd, to dress for the wayfaring man that was come unto him, but took the poor man's lamb and dressed it for the man that was come to him. And David's anger was greatly kindled against the man. And he said, Nathan, as the Lord liveth, the man that hath done this thing shall surely die, and he shall restore the lamb fourfold, because he did this thing, and because he had no pity. And Nathan said to David, thou art that man. Thus saith the Lord power of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel. I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul, and I gave thee thy master's house and thy master's wives unto thy bosom, and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had been too little, I would moreover given unto you thee such and such things. Wherefore hast thou despised the commandment of the Lord to do evil in his sight? Thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and hast taken his wife to be thy wife, and hast slain him with the sword of the children of Ammon. Now therefore the sword shall never depart from thine house, because thou hast despised me, and hast taken away the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be thy wife. So yeah, the reason I'm bringing this up is the Lord has to teach you a lesson sometimes. And it can be harsh, but it's for your betterment. And it's a message that you need to take And it's a message that you need to run with. And it's a message that shows you that you are not untouchable. Because when you go and read the previous chapters, King David, he just saw that woman, taking a shower or whatever. He inquired about her. He disregarded all the red flags about it. You know, he was in his own flesh. He was in his own lusts. And he was like, shit, I can do what I want. It's not like she's gonna say no, I'm the king, and it's not like she could say no. He was the king. But the Lord had to show him who the true king is. And that's sometimes what happens in our lives. So when you're going through things in life, just know that you're a very touchable individual. Just because you're in this truth, and you go to the highways and byways every single week, you may run 2 or 3 pages, you may do 2 or 3 lessons a day or a week or whatever, or you go live all the time, or this or that about the scripts. Just remember, you're touchable, all right? And you're still walking on the planet Earth, meaning you still got work to do. It's another prime example is you may have a chick that you've been dealing with. You may have a chick that you may be dealing with, and you think you on point, you think you hot shit, and another man can come and swoop her right underneath your fucking nose, bro. Because these women have wanton eyes anyway. And a man could just say the right things, and she's just swooned. Next thing you know, there she goes. And you thought you had it in the bag, but you didn't, because you thought your shit didn't stink. You know what I'm saying? And there's always another nigga. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with this truth, man. Just like John the Baptist was saying, the Lord can lift up stones. He don't need us. So you got to make sure that you're walking in a stead that is first showing humility, and second showing that you're on point, man. Because if you're not, the Lord will take it from you. You got to understand this right here. Psalm 19, 9 and 19. Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. And I'm bringing this out because it says heathen, right? All right, and I love to bring out Galatians, the 2nd chapter, which I'm going to bring out right now. All right, because I understand, this is the heathen nations and things of that nature, but let's take it a little further. Okay. This is Galatians 2 and 6. It says, but of these who seem to be somewhat whatsoever they were, it maketh no matter to me. The Most High accepted no man's persons, for they who seem to be somewhat in conference added nothing to me. And it says, but contrariwise, but instead, pretty much, when they saw that the gospel of the uncircumcision was committed unto me, as the gospel of the circumcision was unto Peter, so boom, there's the word uncircumcised. That's one phrase for Israelites who don't know who they are. All right. Verse 8, it says, for he that wrought effectually in Peter to the apostleship of the circumcision, the same was mighty in me towards the Gentiles. Okay. The same was mighty to me and toward the Gentiles. Boom. There's 2. That's 2 phrases speaking about those who don't know they Israelites, all right? But even so, those 2 phrases are Israelites. Verse 9, it says, and when James, Cephas, and John, who seemed to be pillars, perceived the grace that was given unto me, they gave to me Barnabas the right hands of fellowship, that we should go unto the heathen, and they unto the circumcision. So the 3, heathen, Gentile, uncircumcision. Those are 3 different titles for Israelites. So if you take it back to Psalm the 9th chapter and verse 19, you can apply this to Israelites too, because that's exactly how these Israelites who don't know anything are acting. They're acting like the heathen, so that's what they are. Paul was calling it like you see it. If it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. So if an Israelite walks like a heathen, acts like a heathen, he's a fucking heathen. You know, so if you are being a heathen, you're going to be judged in the sight of the Lord. And he's going to give you a harsh reminder that you are just not that nigga that you think you are. And you must stay on point. Verse 20 says, put them in fear, O Lord, that the nations may know themselves to be but men, Selah. But men. You are a mortal individual walking this planet Earth, so don't think you hot shit. You always have to be on point. Okay? So that's all I have. I just wanted to come with a quick one. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Achakodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, and and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Till the next time we say shalom. And like always, repent for Yahushua is coming back sooner than what me and you believed. All right, shalom.